Another prominent Republican politician has been accused of groping multiple women, but he's not the presidential nominee, so he's screwed. Okay, you only get away with it if you're gonna be president. But this is actually a very different situation because this has happened before and there has not been much pressure from Republicans for anything to be done about it. In this case though, the state Republican Party in Indiana against this attorney general is actually coming down on him pretty hard. So first, I wanna give you some information about a leaked memo about the allegations against this individual. That is Republican Attorney General of Indiana, Curtis Hill. So a lawmaker who is one of the multiple women who was groped by this AG said that he was very intoxicated when he slid his hands down her back at a bar, put them under her clothes and grabbed her buttocks. She told him to back off and walked away, but he again approached her, reached under her clothing and began grabbing her again. There was also, he gave another staffer a 2-minute back rub, which made her uncomfortable. Another staffer said Hill put his arm around her and slid his hand down her back. When she tried to remove his hand, she said he groped her buttocks, which is apparently his thing. He put his arm around a third staffer's waist and hugged her close, according to the document. And this is not, by the way, over the course of 6 months in a bunch of different places. This was at one event he assaulted all of these women. And he's not a fan of the leakage of this information or the consequences that might come from it. He said that the inquiry by legislative leaders into his conduct was a prejudicial investigation that is deeply troubling. He says at no time was my behavior inappropriate, nor did I touch anyone in an appropriate manner. Although again, there are multiple women who've come forward to say that he did this. And as I said, the Republican Party is actually taking it seriously in this particular case. The Republican governor of Indiana said that 4 women had the courage to step forward to report sexual harassment by the Indiana Attorney General. The findings of this recent legislative report are disturbing and at a minimum show a violation of the state's zero tolerance sexual harassment policy. But it's not just the governor. The GOP Senate leader and the Republican House Speaker put out a statement saying, we believe that the women who came forward with accounts of inappropriate behavior by the AG in the early hours of March 15th are telling the truth regardless of the Attorney General's denial of these allegations.
Wow, good thing there's a history in the Republican Party of fleshing out these things, going after the people who've been obviously accused of these types of acts, and they get them all out of office. They don't support them at all. They don't make excuses, and they don't prop them up. Great how this works.
But in this case, they are actually apparently doing something like that.
And by the way,
good dog.
I feel like one of the reasons they are, again, you talked about David Long, the Senate leader, and Brian Bosma, the House leader for Republicans in that state. Also, another part of it was Bosma and Long previously called this an egregious breach of confidentiality and vowed that they were investigating the source of this breach of employee confidentiality and will react accordingly if the source is discovered. They're gonna take care of the guy who actually exposed all this because now they're embarrassed and now they have to do something about it. Keep it real. If we can keep this confidential and keep it under wraps, we can tell the Attorney General, hey, chill out, Curtis. Stop, you're gonna embarrass us. Who cares about the victims? Yeah, sure, grab. But you know what? You're embarrassing us now. Now we have to actually act like a responsible people and do something about it. I'm mad at the person who leaked because now I have to act like I have morals.
I get right.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever it takes to get them to do the responsible thing.
Yeah.
Like, of course, the best way is for them to say, you know what? We've looked into our soul and we genuinely believe that this was the wrong thing to do. But like, at this
they
point,
can't even do that.
I'll take a W.
They have to admit, we're mad because this got leaked.
Yeah.
At least cover that up and go, you know what? I can't believe we found this out.
Yes.
This is not something that's the values of the Republican Party. No, they can't even do that.
Right, you want people to start investigating these things when they first start hearing rumors, because you can't tell me that this was the first time. Obviously, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's what you want.
Party.
Not even when the first time, when the first time you start hearing that somebody's grabby, like you, or when you see it, or when you know what I mean. They immediately then is when you want. That's what we want. But at the very least, this just proves how important the media is. Yes. Because if there was nobody to tell this to expose this, nothing would have been done because this wasn't a secret. If this happened, it's never a secret. Yeah. So, I mean.
So your first night of being inappropriate is not like 6 butts.
Right.
2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.